good morning, folks. It is a Thursday. It is the end of the month, and that means it is time for the CBDC showcase. Let me go ahead and tweet real quick to let everybody know that that's what we are doing. Okay, that's done. So we got a lot of houses to visit. Remember, this is a CBDC, custom built decor challenge. So it's got a specific theme, and we're not really like touring the plots that these builds are on. We just are looking at the specific CBDC related projects. So you may see some stuff that you want to check out later, but yeah, that's something that's for another day. I would like to mention that I'm happy to report that for those of you that have been asking for some NA tours, we've had a few people in the past. I think Chestnut has done some yard cord nexus videos, like 6 or 7 of them, but they were a little bit further spaced. I think she did them like once every month or 2 months or so. But apparently Noriak, the one that's been doing the KBT tutorials, he's also taken up the task of touring NA plots. I think he's put out his first 2 videos. I haven't added it to the resources page yet, but I will be doing that later today. But you should be able to find it just by going to his YouTube channel and hooking up with the playlist there. He's got them, you know, you can individually check them out, or you can just visit the playlist, and that'll keep you updated. Oh, Matt, if you're talking about in the official forums, I've been on that for a while. I posted it a long time, like right around the time that I first started streaming. So it's been a while. I wish they would update it because, yeah, I think a lot of people that are on that particular list or in that thread, a lot of them have just kind of moved on to other things. Oh, on Reddit, yeah, that's fine. I don't Reddit, so if you guys want to mention it on Reddit anytime, go ahead. I've had a few people ask me to advert it there, but it's just another place that it's bad enough I've gotten into Twitter, so. But yeah, if you want to do it on Reddit, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind. The more people that know about it and can join us, the better. So yeah, if you guys feel inclined to do that, in any capacity, I certainly don't mind, but yeah. So anyway, as for the NA tours, it looks like Noriak is going to be picking up the slack on that. So a little bit of pressure off of me. He is doing it where it's a individual kind of video. He does a video per house plot. And I think he's trying something a little different. He's doing it from the TUA perspective, I think. So it might just be Dominion side that he's checking out. I'm really not sure if that's going to keep it that way. But he's doing it like first person view. So you don't see his character. You're just looking at it through his character's eyes. So everything's kind of like a little bigger because he's a little short and everything like that. And good morning, Maddie, Aurora, Cheeky, Zodi, all you guys, anybody else that happens to be lurking around. And Poi. Yes, it is Foodie Day. For those of you that aren't familiar with what the CBDC is, it is the Custom Built Decor Challenge. It is a monthly challenge that I took it upon myself to issue and have been hoping and praying that people will be interested in giving it a try. Basically, it's just a challenge. There's no prizes, no judging, nothing like that. We don't like critique it or anything. We just voluntarily come up with things that have to do with the theme of the month and just kind of test our mettle. It's just something, it's like a building exercise for good practice, for getting out of your comfort zone. You know, maybe you never thought about making something to do with that particular theme, and this is your chance to kind of see just how far you can push yourself. into experimenting with different items, trying different kinds of builds. You won't necessarily maybe use them or find ways to incorporate them into your existing builds, but you know, sometimes when you tinker around with stuff, it kind of triggers other things. So this is just kind of like a do it if you want to. It's not an obligation or anything, and just, you know, mainly for the fun of it, just for the fun of building. Who doesn't enjoy building? So yeah, like I said, this is a monthly thing at the beginning of the month, not necessarily on the first, but around the first of the month. I issue a theme, and then everyone has the entire month to work on it. And then at the end of the month, we do a showcase such as today. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. We are on NA side, so it doesn't matter what region you're in. It's open to everybody. Same way with the factions. I've got access to everything. So if you happen to find yourself on NA on Dominion and you're wondering, can I do this? Yes, you can. Like I said, I don't actually tour the plots. We're just looking for the items, the projects that folks have been building for these. So we're starting on Exile side entity. This is, I believe it's Poise Alt or Main maybe, Bryn Greenleaf. It just so happens that we have the same last name. Maybe we're long lost sisters, I don't know. But all right, Bones, no problem, no problem. As long as you're here, it's glad that you got here. So we're at Bryn's plot. You can see a lovely little orange plot looking place. And we're going to dash off to the little place where they have set up a special, and squeeze through here. This is Poise entry for this month. It is a birthday setup. There's a number of, look at those balloons, they're just going nuts. Poor things. I don't know what's up with the wind. Now I'm going to be kind of like, I'm going to be a little bit not so nice to the furniture, but I'm going to hop up here so we can get a good look at some of the elements here. So Poi has devised a birthday cake, lot themed. So it's got the little bunnies on it. It looks to be the new firework decor, the one with the red tip on it, being used for the cake layers. I really am not sure. They've got it cleverly hidden with the base of the table. That's what it looks like. And of course, using the lot plushies. Plushies are really great for things like this if you have access to them. If you have like a low-level alt, that can be problematic because a lot of the plushies are directly renown related, such as even the carrot plushie, the one that I often use for signatures. It's kind of tough if I'm sending somebody a painting and they have yet to unlock that particular item. It's a little frustrating, but you know, if you have the opportunity to get access to them, then they make great little decorations like this. The Poi also made some, I believe it's toffee apples. Kind of hard to see it from that point, but it's like a little plate being used for the base, and then I presume some of the rocket fireworks for the stick. It could be a pillar as well. I really can't tell from where I'm looking at it. But they are using the, I guess it's the cover of one of the fireworks, the one that looks like a piece of trash. It's like a little bow on it. And then the toffee apple itself is an upside down Merg explosive. That's a cute idea. If you don't know what a toffee apple is, it's kind of like a caramel apple, I think is what we call them in the States. It's just some nice gooey caramel coated over a whole apple, and you just stick it on a stick and the kids gnaw on it and their teeth fall out. And then on this side, they have some delicious looking little smiley face cookies. I'm not quite sure what all of those pieces are. It's, again, really hard to see. It looks like the smile is made out of bananas. I suspect the cookies themselves are the back side of one of the Oran windows, probably the colorful one. And the eyes, I want to say uh, the, oh, what do you call it? The, I can't even think, I'm just drawing a complete blank. The chocolate decor that I talk about, the barnacle weed, but I don't see anything sticking out the bottom of the plate, so that might not be it. It's really hard to tell. Boy could probably confirm. Hey Faye, good morning. I had trouble finding your plot this morning. I was on the right faction, but I think I was misspelling it. And so I was having trouble because I actually went through everybody's plot. I just finished up maybe 10 minutes ago taking screenshots of everybody's entries so that I have it ready for later. Anyway, so some adorable cookies, toffee apples, and a birthday cake. You could go nuts with all sorts of decorations, and you're going to see as we progress through these plots just how varied you can be with like the cakes and the cookies and such. You can just, anything goes really, especially with decorations and stuff on these kind of things. So yeah, it's pretty fun. You know, this is a great little setup. You know, it being a birthday party, you could do it for like a wedding, make a wedding cake. Maybe someone's having an anniversary. Maybe somebody's getting promoted in your guild and you want to do a special event. You know, have it. Maybe your guild has a specific kind of logo for the hollow thing. What do you call it? Hollow mark. Maybe you could fashion one that looks like that. You know, depending on what it is, and have that decorating the cake. So it's a really nifty idea that you can modify to match whatever theme that you're needing. This one just looks like a nice little children's LOP birthday party arrangement. Very cute. So that's our first one. Second one, let me find my list here. Yeah, I probably will. We got quite a few to go through, Faye, so no problem. Okay, so the next one is Nova Skyleaf. This is one of Zodi's characters. Zodi opted to go a little bit more elaborate. Rather than sticking with just a particular food item, Zodi has chosen to go all out and provide us with some actual like diners and restaurant type of things. So point out anything that you want me to be sure and showcase as far as the diner goes. You'll see they've got the tables set up here, but probably the main thing would be the diner itself. Kind of reminds me like a 80s diner with all the records on the walls and stuff. But you can see they've got like the drinks here all showcased, and then the stools, the cabinet. But I think one of my favorite parts is the napkin holder. I don't know why, but that's a kind of a funny thing. I think it's detonators and the medical kit being used as the napkins. But that's a really cute, and it looks just like a napkin holder. That's really, really fun. I mean, I know it doesn't have necessarily anything to do specifically with food, but for somebody that's, you know, coming up with a food place, like a diner, a restaurant, stuff like that, a lot of people don't think about, you know, the salt and pepper shakers, the napkin holders, the dispensers for the drinks and such. So these kind of plots are really fun and helpful. I assume these are supposed to be like the menus, and Then you've got the like the carbonated containers down here, the tanks, and using the bookshelves as the little drink dispensers. And it looks like it's two bookshelves together, but you don't actually see the shelves. It just looks like one unit. And then the vent tanks for the dispensers up top. Let's see, I think this is going to be an ice cream like little box, maybe for some popsicles and stuff. Or it could be just a drink thing, you know, something on ice, beers or whatnot. Then you got this little thing. I think it's supposed to be, it looks like it's got like mixer spoons, so maybe it's for shakes, a shake machine. Looks like several copper chua cups, the sipper cups, and magnetized containers with the spoons and everything. Over here you have the Java machine. Yeah, it'll be ice cream. Okay, well, it's coming. But the container itself, you know, for someone that's looking for some ideas, those are just the glass panel with the travel posters and then hammers for the handle. Is there anything else specific that you want me to show here? I don't want to like just go through here all too ridiculous. I like the stools though, just pillars with a cushion on it. Works perfect. Yes, you can't actually use them as a functional chair like you can the normal stools, but again, often we come up with these custom furniture pieces and stuff because the ones that actually are in game don't match the coloring or the theme of wherever you're putting them. So I think the red might could have worked because you got some red here, but I like the purple ones. Oh, did you run out of space? Seriously? Oh, well, I really wish they give us another upgrade to purchase. I mean, I would be willing to spend money for it just to be able to get that out there again. Okay, the other thing that we need to see on this one is there is a little shop out here in the back. It is the Chocolate Shack, I think. Chocolate, like hot cocoa shack, I think is what it's supposed to be. So it's kind of paired up with a little snowy area here. And using the teacup as the sign, which is always fun. And then a little booth here, just made out of exile floors, some exile pillars, the red shop awning. And then if you come around the other side, you can better see the little dispensers here. Looks like a couple of the short files and a hammer for the little dispensers. So you can come and get your hot cocoa after you've done some little skiing on the pond there. So it's a really cute idea, especially for, you know, I know it's summer right now, but a lot of people are already preparing for our end of the year holidays, including Shades Eve and Winterfest. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that go, that would make a good addition to my Winterfest plot to have a little hot cocoa vendor, and that would be really good. Yeah, a beach bar. I mean, you could change this to anything. This could be a gaming booth at a carnival. This could be a, a soup shack. You could just make it anything. It's one of those kind of builds. It's like you could save the skeleton of it and then just modify the interior. I mean, it could be um, a souvenir shop at a sports venue or something. Would work really great. Notice the shelves are pretty simple. It's just the travel posters. A lot of us love those travel posters. It's just awesome. But really flexible, this kind of a build, to modify it however you need. Okay, so that is Zodi's Alt Nova Skyleaf. So now we're going to switch to Dominion side. We got a couple of those. I'm going to be doing a lot of hopping, so you just have to bear with me as we switch around. Oh, did I miss the tiki bar? Oops. Completely closed my window there. Well, let me go back. Well, crud, I just keep pushing everything. Yeah, well, the Quidditch pitch we checked out last time. Let me go to the tiki bar. Tiki bar in the other corner. I think I remember checking it out, but I think that was Nova's, right? Well, we're gonna look at it anyway. I've come back, so we're gonna look. It'll give you pressure to work on it. People will go and you have to finish it. That's probably part of the reason why half the time I'm working on private plots, because I don't want to have people go, well, aren't you done yet? Aren't you done yet? So here's the tiki bar that Zodi's working on. Lovely little picnic tables. I like it how you got like the one, and then for like the bigger party where there's like a little guild group comes and they need a bigger space. Just granite pillars for the benches, and I don't know why that keeps showing up. On the other one, it doesn't do that. Staircase landings for the tables. Here's the cooking section. Lovely little grill. Is that one of the fire pits, or actually one of the fire bits from the particle effects? Looks like what do you call it? Red moon vent for the grill itself, and all the little trays. The trays are just the back side of the pod planter. It's really handy because it has those little ready-made handles, so it looks like a nice little tray. So dark over here, but I like the grill. Yours is a little bit refined looking than mine. Excuse me. Okay, so now over to Dominion side. The fire pit. I guess it'd be the Falcon one, is it? The rope on the main pillar is probably part of the tiki roof, I think. Whoops, where are we going? Okay, let me check my list again so we know where we're headed. And now these two are both Zodi's, like if I remember right. So we're gonna go over to Zumi Ging. And this is Zodi's case sushi truck. Now I will mention that Zodi says that this is still a work in progress, so it's not complete. They kind of had some real life stuff come up, so it didn't allow them to finish it as well as they'd like, but it's still a lovely idea, so I wanted to include it. But this is kind of a nod to my sushi plot. One of our viewers was talking about K-sushi, and I think that gave them the idea to go ahead and make it the truck that way. So the truck itself is basically Cassian floors. The grill is the Marauder shelf, I think is what it's called now. It looks like vent tanks for the headlights, curved Cassian walls for the tire cover thingy. This part here is that the graded floor, the one that has the honeycomb pattern and that bright yellow strip on it. And of course, glass pieces there for the windshield and everything. The orange sofa chairs for the seating, and I believe that's the garage themed lamp for the steering wheel. Of course, they have the sushi emblem on the front, which is basically one of those firework decor, the little orange and red one, the same thing that they're using for the lettering on the side, a plate, and I'm not sure what that big one is. Bottom of one of the tanks, I'm guessing. Using the fireworks crate as a little container for the drinks, and using some of that new Arctera ice cube decor. It's not really called ice cube. This just looks like ice cubes. Yeah. I got stuck here this morning when I was checking it out to do screenshots. I jumped up on the drinks and I got stuck between the roof and the drinks. I had to use my crystal to get out of it. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It's like she's got a booby trapped. Some of it is travel posters for the bit here. And then of course they have a preparation for some sushi bits here that they're getting ready to chop up. It's just the snow ice rock block decor with chua pillows along the top. Got some of those nice little dumplings for their, I guess it's dumplings. I don't know. What do they call? They called something special. I call them dumplings, but she's also got some sushi strips here. It's supposed to be like the rice things that you do with the two-finger trick or whatever, and just a variety of pillows, the pink, the green, the red, and then the hanging fruit for this one. I guess this is to look like maybe caviar that's on it or something, or the fish roe or whatever. And I would assume these are supposed to be spring rolls, lumpias, depending on where you're from, what you would call them. But yeah, very cute. The trays, again, are the crate top, the little loose bit that you get. No, the bottom of the crate, excuse me. So yeah, really cute. A really fun idea. I mean, for those, again, it would be great at like a sports venue, have, you know, the little food cart trucks sitting right out there. Even outside an office building, I mean, how many office buildings and businesses, you know, that have a food truck come by and deliver lunch for the workers and stuff. You could set something up like this. It doesn't have to be sushi, it could be anything. So yeah, really nice job. Again, I'm not really good with the vehicle stuff, so to be able to combine the two to work for something like this is really clever. Themed buns. Oh, was that a tire in front? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I didn't realize the tire had that little pattern on the edge there. But yeah, I love these particular, the little firecracker. I don't, it's not the dynamite, it's just the red and orange firecracker. I love that one. Yes, you have the little bit where the fuse is showing sometimes, but it's very bright, colorful, and it doesn't disappear too quickly. So it, you know, works good. Yeah, I saw your screenshot of the little skyline there on the Twitter verse. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. But that would be perfect. See, you know, you have to have your little snack shops at the movie thing. Gotta have to have your popcorn truck and your drinks truck and everything else. Okay, so next one and the last one for NA side is Tavia Devious. It's another one of Zodi's, and this one is a restaurant build. Again, we're not really gonna look all over the place, just kind of give you an idea of how they have it set up. So probably the most important is this area where they have the food part set up. So they've got like feeding troughs for the drink containers, um, a lovely little display here using a number of things, not just the curved glass and the travel posters, but even the gear lights to kind of box it in. That's a nice way of having a round piece for that to kind of finish it off. Because that's one of the things we have trouble with that curved glass is being able to finish off that end, but that's a smart way of doing it. Probably a red moon vent or anything like that would probably work, depending on what you're trying to make it. These, I assume, are like, I don't know, goodie bags or something, discount bags, discount donuts or something. But they got all variety of foods, and yes, a good portion of them are just standalone items, but it's always fun to watch how people display them on different kinds of, like, here's a lovely little like a cake stand or a cookie stand, and they've got the toast on top of that. And I think that's one of the is that from the teapot set? Looks like it is. It's kind of hard to see at this angle. But like using the bottoms of the cheese wedge block for a tray for a special sandwich. Notice it's, let me see if I can see it better on this side. It's some of those raw steaks between some bread for a sandwich. You've got another one, maybe that's, I don't know, a poached egg on toast or something. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's a teacup. Okay, the chipped teacup from the teacup set, which I think they're no longer available on the shop anymore. But hopefully they'll be brought back. But like little piles of the breads and stuff. Let's see, these look like maybe they're supposed to be cake pops. That's a real popular thing. You like get like the dough of the cake and you make a little ball shape and you stick it on it looks like a lollipop, but it's like a cake pop. That's what that reminds me of anyway. Maybe it is lollipops for all I know. Of course, then you've got I guess this would be what is this? Is this like another ice cream thingy? Or is it just a soda machine? Not sure. I like the setup though. It looks nice and clean. With the Chua shelves and the tablet computers, there's just like a lot of parts here. There's the Merg Dynamite. I see a hammer. I see the blue files, the tall ones. Espresso machine. Well, see, I've never actually seen one of those, so I don't know what it's supposed to look like. But I'll take your word for it. I guess it has a bunch of things, like something to like help make the foam or whatever. I like this little like. I assume this is either ice cream or just like the ice shop where you get some of the frozen stuff, like the scraper thing. Let me see, okay, these are the cinnamon rolls. Okay. That's the upside down barnacle weed, the thing I call the chocolate, and it looks like snow clumps for the icing bits. Hey Z, good morning. Well, exactly, Aurora. That's kind of the point. You know, like I said, there's a lot of items. Like, I mean, clearly we have some nice food items. We got the cheeses, the tacos, the sandwiches, the berries and stuff. There's a lot to choose from, but it's fun to kind of go beyond that to see what you can put together. because you know, maybe you want something different. Here's the microwave, really clever little thing. These should have all been included on our appliance one, I think, Zodi. We've got the Dominion scanner, travel posters, one of the detonator things, using the standalone cases for coffee stuff, mixing stuff. I have no idea. Ship hand lockers. I love the simplified blenders. It's just a glass, a plate, and a detonator. Is there anything else here I need to show? Is there something back here? I don't want to go inside if I'm not supposed to. It says danger, so maybe I'm not supposed to. Yeah, we're on Zodi's. We're just finishing up the NA side. We're getting ready to hop over to Exiles. Well, Dominion side on Jabbit. Tea and coffee machines. So I would guess this is probably the tea and that's the coffee. And this is the blender for like smoothies or something, the fruit smoothies. Oh, you want me to show the goat picture? Yeah, I gifted Zodi the goat. So the goat is there. I don't know why you wanted that. It's so silly looking. I like this one here though. It's a nice, like bird's eye view of a lake, little river going through there. Okay, and I even like this, the little queue line. They've got the little, so everybody knows where they're supposed to stand for the ordering and stuff. It's hilarious. Oh, is that just the break room? Do they have any kind of foodstuffs in here? No. I like the cabinet though, that's very clever. What are you using for the handles on that? Top of a tank, I guess. Vent tank maybe. It has that weird little knobby thing. Okay, so I'm going to switch off thingy right quick. No panicking. And we're going to switch over to Jabbit's side. Oh, was that your first cabinet? I've made so many cabinets, I don't remember what's first. Okay, I gotta remember to switch the regions here. Oh, was those detonators? Wow. The things you guys come up with. Okay, first we're gonna go to Dominion side. Oh, your first painting. Oh, I thought it was the other one with the, looked kind of oriental with the, oh, because you signed it with the bananas with the Z. I thought it was that one. Okay, so we're going to ignore my character spot for now. We're heading over to Sir Hunter. I believe this is Bones's character on Dominion's side. If I get anybody mixed up, I apologize. There's just so many of you, and oh, was that you? That's what I get for having two people with the Z. Well, both of your first paintings were awesome. Let's just say that. Okay, so let me see if I can remember how to get it to the center here. I think I've already lost my place. Hey, I made it. Okay, so If you come to Sir Hunter's plot on Javits side, Dominion, you'll come across a maze. If you can make it to the center, then you are rewarded with this little tea and I guess biscuits, cookies, depending on where you're at as to what you would call them. It looks like orandomes being used for the cookies themselves, with the purple pillow in the center for like a jelly center or something, like a little candied center. And then if you look really close, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see some stripes. I don't know if this is supposed to be uh, a specific kind of cookie. I'm not really familiar with cookie brands from other places, but this might represent a specific type of cookie with the stripes across it. I'm not sure what they're using for the stripes. I assume it's probably the edges of floors or walls or something, but still some nifty idea. Again, we're going to see other examples of cookies and stuff, so really the cookies, the cakes, that kind of thing, sandwiches, you can put just about anything in them, and it'll look different, it'll look unique to your plot. So this is a really fun little idea. Okay, let's switch over to Exile side. We didn't have too many Dominion entries, unfortunately. Yes, a Chua in the maze. How fitting, wasn't it? Thankfully, I didn't get lost. It took me a while to find the right path this morning when I was trying to grab screenshots of everyone's stuff. Okay. As promised, we had some ask last time if I would make sure to include mine in these showcases. I hadn't really intended to, because I'm all the time showing my stuff through the weeks, and I figure you guys probably are sick of looking at them, but I will include them for those that happen across this video and haven't seen any of the stuff previous to that. At least they'll see this stuff. So bear with me as we go through some of my junk. So the first one, oh well, for crying out loud, I can't type. Now, the plots that we're going to, they are open to the public now, so you can come and visit them and see them up close if you want. And that includes the modular housing on Parsnip's plot. Parsnip, P-A-R-S-N-E-P. So the first one is my barbecue set. We have the grill with the shrimp kebabs and the hamburgers. And then later we added the condiments bottles, the ketchup, mayo, and I guess it's a poupon mustard or something, with the burger that we put together. The burger is, if I remember right, the burgers are just dynamite. Well, it's the firecracker decor, I think is what it was, with dynamite maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head. And the cheese is cheese, but positioned just right so you only see some of the corners. I think it's overgrowth for the lettuce, and then the bun is just domes. The kebabs are, let me see if I can remember, the pointy dragon spear for the kebab sticky thing itself, and then the shrimps are made out of plates for the tail part, and then the shrimp itself is made out of those lovely firework decor, the red and orange ones. The barbecue itself is just some, I forget what those things are. I think it was the bubbling cauldrons underneath the grate, and then the domes for the ends, the curved glass, and I think it was exile shelves for the feet on the bottom. We also did do the waffle really early on. I forgot to take a screenshot of it, so it's not going to be included in that part, but it's still there for you guys to look at if you want. So that's the first one of mine. This one's on parsnip. It's Parsnep, green leaf. All of my characters, at least for the orange, they're all green leaf. So that's kind of easy to remember, hopefully. But the spelling of the first name is usually kind of wonky. It sounds like parsnip, but it's not spelled the same. Okay, the next one is, again, another one of mine. This is my kind of tester plot. You'll recognize it when we get there. This is the CBDC warehouse. There's really not that much here. I kind of built it up a little bit on the exterior just to give people something to look at when they come to visit. Oops, disappeared in the grass there. But if you go into the bunker, that's where I've got some of my testing stuff. I still got some of the game junk that we did before. But we have the watermelon painting is there. I believe there's also a copy on my mains plot, carrots in the bunker. The art gallery has a copy as well. So if you don't want to come here and you just want to see the watermelon, you can go to the other place. If I recall rightly, the green part is green pillows. There's a little bit of yellow. It's kind of hard to see, but I think those are bananas. The shadow is created using the edge of the framed glass. The seeds, I believe, are the handles of frying pans, if I remember right. And the red part, which also kind of looks pink, is all of those red dynamite fireworks. The reason it has varied shades is because we used a technique of using layered glass to kind of make lighter shades of a similar colored item. That's how that kind of works out. Notice it looks only correct from the very front. You have to look at them directly head on. You look from the side, it looks a little weird. And I don't even have that fully up to the edge, apparently, to the wall. So you can see some of the junk sticking out. I also did some junk food for the CBDC. So we've got the candy bar, the unwrapped candy bar. That's travel posters for the package itself. For the foil wrapping that is revealing the chocolate, that's made out of metal tables. The chocolate itself is a combination of, let me see if I can pull one out because it's probably hard to really see what I'm talking about, but it's those fireworks, the rocket ones, the sticks. I'm just using the very bottom of it, so that's why it's sunk down in there. There's one big one for the base of the chocolate, and then I just put the little ones on top of it. The pizza slice is 2 slices of cheese, the cheese wedges, the blockless, of course, and then the pepperoni is again the dynamite firework. You'll see I've used that in quite a bit of places. I've used that here for the soda cup, which is a combination of the red firework and the white one, topped with a plate, a metal plate for the lid, and then using the red again for the straw. The red is also used for the hot dog itself, bananas for the mustard, and 2 different types of bushes for the onions and the relish, the pickle relish or whatever. The French fries, it's supposed to be, here when they have like a friture or fry shop, they wrap it in like a little bit of paper, like butcher paper. That's what this is supposed to be. Again, it's the same white firecrackers that are being used here. I've just slanted them a bit to kind of make it look like a cone of paper. And then the fries are the brown thorny logs. The bun for the hot dog is the lid of the firecracker box, the crate, and it's just multiples of them. I liked the color. It looked like a nice brown, so that's what that is. It's like 8 of them or something, 4 on each side, 4 or 5 on each side. Just angled certain way to make the bun. So there you go. So that's my junk food. Excuse me. Then, of course, what kicked it all off was the sushi. So that's on Lily's plot. And welcome back, Faye. Let me get some drink here. All this talking. So we dash off to the little like oriental gazebo type of thing, and we come upon our big sushi feast here. Let's see if I can remember what all this is. It's been ages since I was looking at it. It started with the sushi rolls. Again, I was looking for ways to use the new firework decor, so these are different versions. You've got two of them are the red dynamite firework. The rice part of the sushi roll is the white firework. It's the one with the red tip on it. And then these two are the bottoms of the other fireworks. One is actually green, even though it kind of looks blue, and the other one is the blue one with the stars. For the, I guess it's the, I think there's a special name for it. The black wrapping of it, that's tires for the black part of the sushi roll. For the dips, I've got the bottom of this thing, the firework that's being used for the chopsticks, and one of the blue ones to just make some different kinds of sauces. And then I have the teapot with the teacups. I'm actually using the in-game teacups. They're underneath to help give my tea the little bit of a smoke effect. But my tea is actually the bottoms of empty glasses. They kind of look a little dark, a little bit of shiny, and I thought it looked like tea. I was just trying to come up with some. Nori, that's it. I knew it had a special name, but I couldn't remember. The teapot itself is just bowls, lots of bowls. There's one for the bottom, the top, and for the spout, like 3 or 4 of them there. And then one of the fences for the handle. It's one of the, I think it's a Draken fence. For the bambooish looking trays, those are brown thorny logs on top of the crate top. I just wanted to cover the design because on the crate top itself, it's like got some kind of writing or whatever on it, and I didn't want that showing. And then for the little plate kind of thing is just the top of the Orin tree table. Then we have the dumplings that I made together in the little, I don't know what you call that, the little wicker basket thingy. I'm sure it has another name, but it's just Orin cylinders, domes, and this is the top of one of the thorny logs for the little handle. And I tried to make it look like the little woven material for the little steam basket. So I used the tribal mats, a couple of those, trying to give that texture to it. And then the edges, I think it's the exile floor or something. One of the floors of the walls for the stripes on the bottom. For my little sushi bits here, again, it's pretty similar to what Zodi did. The pillows, the ice block corner pieces for the curved bit of the rice, different pillows, and this is some of the broken up firework bits. It looks kind of like trash. I tried to make a kind of a noodle type of soupy stuff. This is just a lot of chua netting overlapping to get as much kind of a noodle look I could get. With a little bit of the fireworks, just the firecrackers, the little bunch. Some sunk down to give like a little specks of, I don't know, peppers or something. There's also one of the new exotic stools underneath. It has a little bit of a red coloring to it. I thought it might kind of help bring it out a little bit. It's not my favorite item on this particular arrangement, but I needed something there. It looked a little too empty. My little fish that is getting ready to be prepared into some fresh sushi is just made out of Draken domes, Draken triangle for the tail, and a plate for the eye. And of course, these trays are the bottoms of the fireworks crates. And then we have a little bocce grill kind of thing going on. The squid thingy, whatever it's called, is made out of a combination of the dynamite fireworks for the tentacle parts, and then the white dynamite, the one that has the white with the red tip on it, because I like the shape of it. It looked like the head of a squiddy thing, on top of an Osun vent. Notice there is an actual, like a frost version from Arctera, but it doesn't have fire on it. It's just white and kind of like a dead thing. And I needed the one that actually looked like it's cooking a little bit. The special fork and stuff that I made, the utensils for this, that's just, I think it's 2 or 3 forks together. One is planted so that you only see 2 prongs, and then I had another fork to kind of extend it to make it really long. The butcher knife or the cleaver or whatever you want to call it, that's again another, it's either a fork or spoon, just sunk down so you don't see the spoon part, and then the cleaver part is just a flat metal table. And then for the ladle for the soup, again, that's either a fork or a spoon, sunk down just a bit, and then using one of the bowls to kind of match this as the ladle part for the scooper. I think that's it here. There's a lot of food goodies. I just kind of went nuts with it. So, but that's kind of what started it all, the idea of doing a food theme. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see. We went to Bill Lilly. Okay, so let's go on to, I believe, if it works, I hope it works. We're going to visit Faye's Lopalicious Cupcake. Yay! This morning I tried and it wouldn't let me, but I think it's just I spelled Lopalicious wrong. I think that's what it was. So Faye's got a few treats for us. We got a couple of cakes. This is a lovely, this could work for like a wedding cake easily. A lot of nice, like, there's orange fences being used, the short ones, I think. A combination of flowers. You've got the blooming one for renown that you can get, and then the regular little, I call them daisies, but I'm sure that's not what they are. It's just the yellow flower for this tier here. And then I think it's called the flower pillar or something. It's kind of like got a little curve the bottom on it. There's actually 2. They have different names, but it's the same item from what I can tell. But it's a nice little lovely decoration. The cake itself is made out of the new ice rock block decor. There's the cornerstones, and then I don't know what the centerpiece is, but one of them all looped in there to make the nice tiered. Notice the cute little cake stand looks to be the bottom of one of the glasses that you can get. It's a really adorable little thing. Huge as well. And you could easily, you know, add a topper. If it's for a wedding, you could have like a couple of plushies or create your own little figurines or something. Or if you're using it for a special, you know, anniversary or something, you know, maybe it's their fifth, and you can like make a number five out of the hover park stuff. Do it like that. Birthday cake as well. That would work. Really cute. Again, the cakes and stuff are probably like some of my favorite food items because you can just make all sorts of things with it. You know, maybe you don't want a flowery orange theme. You want like something garage themed for a fellow buddy in the guild that he's a mechanic or something. So you could add like tires, make little tire decor on there and decorations and have like a little car on the top or something. That could be easy, easy peasy for that. This next little cake is pretty delicious looking too. It looks like little wedges of like apricots or oranges or something. If I'm reading this right, again, the main part of the cake is the cornerstone pieces of the ice rocks um, with books for the edges here. So you get that nice, lovely yellow and brownish stripes going around the side. For the toppers, it looks like the top of the yellow firework, and then the tops for the intermittent little shiny beads, the tops of probably one of the wine bottles. Big guesses there, but I think that's what those are. Yeah, this is definitely not the thing to watch when you're hungry, which is kind of what I am. So yeah, my stomach's already starting to growl. Now I'm probably going to forget what these are. I know this is supposed to be Russian food. I think in this is supposed to be the dumplings. It's like I don't know, Plitzny, Blitzny, something. And these are like crepes, and these are like Nutella covered crepe bits, I think. I honestly cannot remember. And I want to say this looks like caviar to me, but I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be or not. I told my husband though that rather than crepes, these to me look like uh, quesadillas. I'm a big Mexican food fan, so we have a taco night, you know, a Mexican night every week, and it's usually burritos or enchiladas or quesadillas, and that's what these look like. And I think it's because of the green that I see. It just looks like little bits of lettuce and stuff that I would put in mine. So, but yeah, I think it's supposed to be crepes. For these bits, I'm pretty sure those are the bottoms of cardboard boxes. For the crepes, I believe it's the bottoms of the new Marauder fan that has a little animation in it. It could be something else, but I think that's what it is. For the little dumplings, those look like the tan sacks, the little bottoms of the sacks. And then for the little, it's really hard to get in here and take a look. For the little row there, I honestly don't know what those are. I have no idea. Pancakes. So yeah, Faye, tell us what that stuff is. I know there's special names for them, but I don't normally come around Russian food, so I couldn't really tell you what those are. Folded crepes with filling. What's the other stuff? I know you use some special names like Blitzny or Kritzny or Kripny or I don't know what. I forgot to look up the tweet, so I don't have the pleasure of cheating in that regard. So I don't remember what it was. Yeah, it can work for potatoes. It looks like toasted marshmallows too, kind of. It could be like rice puff cereal if you want to go that way. Caviar. Okay, so I was right about that looking like fish eggs. So the tops of the bottle. So it's the same thing you used over here on the cake, I guess. So see, if you want to have, you know, some really fancy foods, you can come up with all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Don't want to forget the ice cream hover cart here. This is totally adorbs as well. Look at this. See, that's those Marauder things. I think that's what's being used as the crepes on the other side. Um, Sneaking in some of that Soul Frost decor in there with the pipes, chilling the ice cream, keeping it cool. I see a couple of beer signs for that blue lighting along the edge. For the tray here, that's those Marauder shells. Ice cream cones is basically the blue and yellow firework, and they've just stacked it up to make it look like cones. Those new hologram, something hollow bits. Not the, there's like two different versions. There's the standy one and then the really long one. And these are a couple of the short ones there. Chewa Tech arms for the little controllers. I guess this is like you tell the bot thing what you want and it just makes it for you. I don't know what flavors these are supposed to represent. I assume vanilla, strawberry, and maybe orange sherbet or something. Yeah, this would work great for Carnival, the one that was working on their little town had an ice cream shop. These would be good for that. That might have been where Faye got the idea. I'm not sure. I don't know what this piece is. What's that honeycomb piece there? Is that another Soul Frost thing? Kind of looks like it is because I see a little bit of frost bit there. I'd be interested to know because that's a nice little pattern. I think that's the mine sign for, it's either mine or the Algarock sign. It's one of the two. And of course the holographic shop sign there. The base of this appears to be the corrugated container, the closed version. We do have an open one. And then this is the Protostar engine thingy. Along with they've changed the name of these. I think they're called Holovision something. Used to be something else because I was trying to look up one the other day and I kept getting the name wrong. Soul Frost container. Oh, I'll have to take a little closer look because I think I actually have a couple of those, but I never noticed the bottom. See, I need to visit Kath's place a lot more because then I can check out the bottoms of stuff. But I always forget. Notice even the hanging cables, went through the trouble of adding the hanging cables there. The little lights, if you're wondering about those, that's just the ones that are on the red shop awning. Just lovely little touches. A lot of folks wouldn't think about it. I think this here, isn't that the bottom of a Dominion fence post? What it looks like anyway. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Yeah, you guys need to combine all of these and just make a nice little food carnival. Have some taste tests or something. See who has the best chili, like a chili cook-off. There we go. Okay, so the next one is Nightwing's plot. This is Django's, I believe. Now, I was told there's two things here. One is just for giggles. It's the banana cycle. Django's, again, one of the builders is kind of obsessed with mechanical things like vehicles and stuff. So anytime they can add some kind of vehicle touch to whatever it is they're working on, I think that's their goal. So we have the banana bike. It's Two pillars for the little axle here. For the mufflers, it's the hammers. Giant banana for the bike itself. And of course, the tires, a hanging wire for the handlebar there. And I think yeah, it's the control panel for the little ignition bits. But who wouldn't want to drive around one of these things in the game? Have a banana bike. Oh my gosh. But the real showcase here is, of course, the ice cream truck. Ice cream and food, I think, because I see some taco sign there. This is a cute little build. Again, it's one of those that you could modify to turn into a different kind of a food thing if you want. You could just close it all up and call it a big rig, lower this down a bit, add a trailer instead of the whole back, and you still have a really nice little build. So for those of you looking to do other types of food trucks, here's some additional ideas. We saw the K-Sushi truck, so now we have the ice cream truck. This one has, it's mostly built of the ice rock blocks, the squares, not to be mistaken for the ice rock block that looks like a blue crystal piece. Using windows for, well, the windows. You've got the travel poster and a marauder shelf for the grill in the front. The headlights are a combination of the utility crates, it's the bottom of it, for this big part. One of the little orange bottles, I think it's the medium one, for the bottom light, and then the top light looks to be the bottom of one of the new fireworks, the one with the red tip on it. For this part here, that's just the suitcase, metal suitcase there, and of course the tires. For this side, they've included a door, the spacecraft window, the spaceship window, whatever it's called. This appears to be like the brand, the Marauder ice cream truck. It's got looks like a travel poster with the Marauder sign for that. You can see that they apparently have employed, not by their choice, a lop to make the goodies. So that's just one of those, the metal cage that's kind of inset inside this little bit. Topped with and bottomed with Oran floors, it looks like. The ice cream sign up top is snow clumps on top of a soda cup and then a dome. You're just waiting for, too bad we can't like have little inset music that we can move around, so it has like, kind of like atmospheric tunes like we can with like the particle effects, have that with the music. Then you can have like a little jolly tune for your ice cream truck. Okay, so the sign again, same with this one, appears to be travel posters and then just different kinds of food, just kind of sunk in, so they look a little flat against the board. And it looks like this guy's getting himself an ice cream drink, cone, something or other. You can see there's some things in the back, a little beer tap or beer flavored ice cream maybe. But all in all, a really cute design. It's one of those, again, you could modify it to whatever you need. If you don't want an ice cream truck, you just want to make a soup truck, you can just put a giant bowl with a little bit of steam coming out of it, and there you have a soup truck. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Maybe not as hilarious as the banana bike, but still a really nice effort. Okay, so the next one up for visiting is Z's Plot, Ted Thara. And we've got I guess it's a cotton candy machine. Look how lovely that is. So fancy looking. It looks like it's mostly constructed of the Heart collection coffee tables. So that's for the not only the topper, but for the base as well. It's just several of them sandwiched together to really make it look, it just looks old-fashioned and ornate, just like you would see at a carnival and some sort, which I think that's what this is turning into, the plot itself. Um, the cotton candy itself appears to be those new frosted kind of bramble bushes that you can get straight from the vendor. There appears to be several of them to make one little clump. And it looks like the firework decor, the rocket ones, being used for the handles, and you can see the bottoms of them, well, the tops of the rockets as the bottom part. And then this here is the heart uh, themed, the side table, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure, is this also the side table stuff? It's just several of them sandwiched together to make the little round bit here. And then of course the curved glass for the little, because you know, it's usually a little container and then they blow it's like got a little fan thing and it blows the cotton candy, strings it up. You just take one of those little sticks and you go shh, and you make your little clump there. The side pillars for holding up the little roof here, these appear to be I guess it's the blue and yellow firecrackers, so it's just the tops that you see for the yellow part, and then in between that is the tall file, looks like little blue beads. And then of course the Heart Collection lamp being used as the little lighting bit for that. The topper again is another one of the files, and that's just the bottom of the lamp sticking through. They're really cute. I love it. Just need a vendor to park themselves here and then you're good to go. It just looks like, you know, something you'd see at a carnival, like a, oh, what we call it, Kerstmas or Kermis, I think, like a street carnival. On one of those, like on the pier, the boardwalk along the water, have like all those little food stands. Very adorbs. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's spinning around. it's a, it's probably, you know, nobody would even think twice about it, but yeah, it looks a little animated, doesn't it? There it goes. Choo, 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 choo. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Sometimes it pays to go um, a little overboard on the detail because that's what really makes this so pretty. All of these extra little bits. I mean, you could have went with just a single, uh, like maybe a Cassian pillar or something, and kept it simple. But this just looks so much prettier, and it matches so well. It just looks ornate, old-fashioned, and pretty. It would be kind of missing something if you didn't have that extra little touch to it. Yeah, under the boardwalk. Okay, so that's the cotton candy machine from Z. Next we go to well, it's one of those things, kind of a give and take, Z, when it comes to details like that. It's again, that's one of the reasons why I've kind of started doing mine like micro plots because um, I can kind of squeeze it all into one little compact space. Yeah, I can still like overdo it, but I'm less likely to, I guess. I feel like I have to add so much. So we're going to Lauren Bacall's diner here on New Haven. This is a work in progress plot, so it's not quite ready for viewing. Otherwise, I would have already been here because there's a lot of nice things to check out. But uh, they added some foodstuffs to their diner. Um, so we have some rock cakes, basically just snow-covered rocks. Different varieties, you know, that we've gotten several new ones recently uh, that look like icinged cakes of some sort. So it's a fun idea to play around with. Probably one of my favorite though is the cake that has a piece missing out of it. That's something most folks have trouble with because uh, we didn't have items that worked really well. You know, like with the pizza, you can do it with the wedges, and they already kind of look like slices. So if you put them all together and then remove one, it looks okay. But like if you're using, say, the Red Moon vent or a plate or something else as a cake round, you can't actually remove a section of it. But now that we have the cornerstone pieces of the ice rock blocks, um, those work really nice for a sliced cake where you can show it looks like it's been removed. So we have like a layered cake. It's a little bit of chocolate, maybe ganache or something in between the layers there, and it looks like a little bit of a cherry topping on the top. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. I like that. The cherry bit is a stool. The chocolate part is a dome, and then of course the cornerstones for the cake itself. Actually, this might be hover part pieces for this part here instead of a dome. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite cakes, just because of the that illusion that it's somebody's taken a piece out of it. Like I said, it's been really tough to do that, but with the new cornerstones, that works really well. I wish we had more pieces like that in different colors and things like that. Okay, so the next one is, we're just hopping right along. This is Maddie's alt plot, uh, Issa Irie. Sounds kind of like, I don't know, Welshy or something. Irie. I think we're supposed to go down the bunker. Yes. Again, you can see some of their old CBDC stuff. Everybody's like, we don't want to get rid of it. So here are some other examples of cake options that you could try. This one is a strain cake. It's using the new strain overgrowth, just multiples of those. It's like, it looks like 2 or 3 for each little section. And then I don't know what's being used for the center. I want to say it's the bottom of a vent tank, and then one of the other little purple things, strain purple thingies for the little decoration in the center. But yeah, it's a really cute one, especially because you get that little bump effect. So it looks like, you know, it's like decorated. There's some icing there, and it's not just a flat. But look at the texture on that. Doesn't that look yummy? I mean, even if it's strained, it still looks yummy, and it's shiny and pretty and colorful. Maybe that's is that a Technophage platform? Yeah, that's what it is. Man, I'm needing some of those. You took it. But that's a good use. That's a good use. The middle of the bottom, the middle's the bottom of one of the Shades Eve vases. Oh, well, I never would have thought of that. But it's probably because I don't have a lot of Shades Eve decor. Well, maybe they'll bring them back this year, and I'll have to grab them because I know I kick myself daily for not grabbing more of the pumpkin candies because you have those different colors of candies in the pumpkin bowls, and I really wish I had gotten a hold of some more of those because there's been instances where I'm thinking, oh, I could have used that here and be upset with myself because I didn't do it. Okay, so then we have a chocolate cake. It's basically, well, it looks like cover part piece for the main part here. It looks like a combination of bowls for like the lighter part. I'm not sure about the darker part. It's maybe another type of bowl, like the metal one or something. And then Merv Dynamite for the little bonbon decorations. I believe that's what all of that is. Maddie could probably clarify. Oh, did your boy? Well, mine would probably do that too if he even cared about what I was building here, but because chocolate's his favorite. Shadesy vases stacked again. Wow. Is that the one with the skeleton on it? I think that's the same color I'm thinking of. Okay, the urns. Yeah, it's the one with the skeleton, right? That it looks like a little mushed up voodoo-ish looking thing. I think I have a couple of those, but definitely not enough to make a cake like this. But yeah, awesome, awesome stuff. So see, you guys need to, I'm gonna have to borrow some of these and bring them over to the bakery, say, have some celebrity chefs donating to my bakery. So here we have a fried egg as well. It's not all about just cakes. Um, it looks to be snowy clumps upside down, so that's a little flatter for the white part of the egg, and then the yellow part looks to be the tops of those yellow fireworks, because it's a little spiky if you can see. Um, Probably a cheaper way of going, if you don't mind it being slightly more orange than yellow, is the orange window, the orange one. Um, I think I've seen a few people use that as their egg yolk, but I'm sure Maddie was trying to come up with a different way of approaching it, and it does look really nice and bright and pretty. Yeah, lovely little fried egg. Now you have to figure out how to make some bacon, and we're good to go. Some fried bacon. I don't know how you would do the strips. I don't know if like the marbled meat, if you could lay that just right to make it look like, you know, several of those together and make a strip of bacon or something. Yeah, I figured it was the color would work better because it's bright yellow. It looks like a sunny side up kind of thing. But for those that, I mean, you can see had to use several of them to get that yellow. So if you're pinched for decor count, finding economic ways to kind of do the similar thing, it's always a plus. You kind of keep that in mind. Did it not? It's unfortunate. I really don't know how you would, because bacon's like strips of white and kind of reddish brown, I guess. The egg yolk is the tops of the fireworks, I believe. The yellow cone thing is, if you look really close, you can see the spikes of it. Just several of them stuck in there. It almost looks like a daisy, like a white flower. That'd be good for a painting. Yeah, the sausages are hard. Well, you saw how my hot dog kind of turned out a little weird because you don't have the rounded ends, so that kind of looks odd, and then it's hard to get the curve because you know sausages and stuff kind of have a slight curve because just that's the way they're made. But yeah, it'd be fun if somebody could figure out how to make some nice looking bacon. Because that's kind of a recognizable, you know, it'd probably be easier to try and do like a regular strip of bacon than like Canadian bacon or like a sausage patty or something. I think that would be. But I'm at a loss as to how to solve that little puzzle. We just need some bacon decor. You could use that as curtains, bacon curtains, and bacon tabletop. Yeah, I think that would be a little weird. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. So let's move it on. Tess Firebrick is next. That is Lay's plot. Lay was worried that I wouldn't include this one because I only found the mail, the in-game mail about it this morning, but never fear, I was happy to include it. This is a cheese fondue set that we're going to go check out. She actually tweeted about it this morning, so some of you may have already seen it, but first look at the table, this little tablecloth covered table here. It's just the ice rock blocks on top of pillars, it looks like. How sweet is that? If you're looking for a nice, clean kind of restaurant style table, you could even probably do it with the round ones if you took the time to put them together just so that would work really well. So let's kind of zoom in here so we can see what's going on. It's cheese fondue, so we're looking at, there's mushrooms. I assume these are like little bits of broccoli and some kind of, I don't know what those are. Onions or something? I'm not sure. And then you got the cheese fondue, which is basically several Drake and cauldrons sandwiched together to get that thickness of the lip. And that helps hide the bubbling cauldron underneath what it looks like. For the little fondue sticks, they're using the fireworks, the rocket ones. And then it looks like, I want to say that's Merg explosives and something else for the handle there. I'm not sure what that is. It's maybe one of the fireworks as well. The plate here, the little tray, it looks like a combination of the upside down feeding trough for the bottom. The bowl plate looking thing is a bowl, several of them apparently, and then more bowls like for the center mark. So it's like several of them. It could be just metal plates as well, because I think one of the plates has that yellow trim around there too. But I want to say it's just several bowls kind of upside down and tilted just so that it's all, you can see the design. And then little pillars or something for the little dividers for each section of food. It's really hard to guess sometimes. Of course, the little burner, I want to say that's the bottom of a tank, but I couldn't tell you which one. For this, I don't know if this is supposed to be the cheese or some bread that you dip in there or what. I'm not really familiar with fondue too much, so you guys can help me out. But I believe those are just the unburnt toast, and it's just sunk down so you just see the brown crusty part. But I'm not for sure. The little tray is of course one of the decking pieces, and then using the shrunken down, it's supposed to be a spade, and I see that they're using the little glitch that it has. It's actually supposed to be solid, so it looks more like a shovel, the spade. But they've got it flipped over because when you flip it over, the middle part disappears for some reason. So it looks like the little pitchfork thing. Is it bread? Okay, I wasn't sure, but it's a nice little loaf thing. So yeah, really cute idea. I especially love the idea of the rockets for the little fondue sticks here. Someone's asking about Starfall when it actually ends. It's like sometime today is all I know. I assume at the reset, but I'm not sure. So yeah. So really cute, really cute. Great for a dinner party if you want to set up like a holiday plot for like a Christmas celebration. A little fondue table would be perfect. Um, at a restaurant type of thing, you could have it set up. Maybe one group orders a fondue set, another one orders a sushi set, and another one orders, I don't know, some other kind of feast thing. Yeah, the burner thing, I'm not sure what it is. I want to say it's one of the tanks, but I'm really honestly not sure. But it works really well because it's got that kind of tapered look to it. Really cute. Adorbs. Okay, so the last plot for today's showcases is Aurora's plot. So I'm spelling it wrong. Let me just spell it and then I'll talk. Zafira Azure. It just so happens that they too built a fondue set. It's just kind of funny. Again, I love how people will be given the same kind of project and then end up coming up with the same ideas. Again, this plot's not quite ready for looking at, so just, whoops, I missed it. Is it over here? Yeah, here it is. Get so lost. So first we've got the cake, really pretty. Again, it could work for a wedding cake, anniversary cake, birthday cake, just whatever you want. But look at the detail. I mean, there's the ice rock blocks again, favorite piece for the tiered cakes. Using some of the Oran fencing for some of the flourish, the little icing decoration. We've got some green pillows to make the leaves of the flower, and then the bananas for the bloom of the flower. Rather than just going with the flowers, they've actually made their own. Using again the strain overgrowth bits, and notice how it looks like, you know, it's kind of dripping icing a little bit. It's a nice little touch. They only chose to do on the second one though, the second tier. So it adds a little difference to each tier, kind of breaks it up a bit. They've also included it, whoops, I just landed right on top of it, the little heart bit that they built on the top for the topper. There's a little bit of the strain stuff coming down, and then extra flowers. The heart itself is also made out of the ice rock decor, but it's the cornerstone pieces, the curved pieces. Very cute. Again, the cakes are a big fave because, again, you can customize it to just about any theme you want and get really, you know, you can go colorful, you can go any theme really just basically works. It's just very versatile. That's why cakes are so popular. I like how they've kind of held back. They didn't put these on every corner. I probably would have been tempted to do that, but they did it nice. They kind of alternate it between the tiers, and then it just keeps it really nice. It's not overly done, but it's just enough. Now, I'm not sure what they're using. I can't even get up there. Using for the little tray here. I don't know what that is. But it's very bright and very yellow. Notice you do have to contend if you're using the ice rock stuff too small, you have to be pretty close to notice it, because this looks like it's just flowers on top until you get really close and then the heart shows up. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of get really in there, because you've got to see the detail, the little pretty bits. Very sweet. And then this is Aurora's fondue set. This is a chocolate fondue. The other one was cheese. This one's chocolate. So you got a lot of different kinds of fruits and things that you would dip in chocolate. The fondue machine itself is a bunch of the metal bowls layered up. It looks like a candle for the little burner underneath. And just, again, several bowls built up there. I don't know what they're using for the little legs of it. It looks like I honestly really couldn't say. I see a little bit of green there. It looks like maybe like a vine thing, but I'm not really sure. I almost want to say it's maybe the bottom of the round brown table, just upside down maybe, but I'm not really for sure on that. But again, bowls, looks like maybe a blue file sandwiched in there. The chocolate is, they're using the upside down cardboard boxes to make a little block of chocolate that they slice off with the knife. I think this, I'm not sure what this is, this part here. I'm not even going to try and guess. But these bits, the cherries, I believe that's just the firework dynamite. The marshmallows on the stick are, I assume those are marshmallows. I'm pretty sure they are. Those are just sandwiched up snowy clumps to make the marshmallows there. For this one, we've got strawberries, which is, I think it's the white firework with the red tip being used as the red berry part, and then some type of greenery overgrowth or something for the little green bits on the bottoms. I want to say it's the bottoms of the leafy stalks for maybe the apples. These are supposed to be green apples, but it might be one of the fireworks too. I'm not sure. I don't think there was one that was that green. I think the stalks are probably the greener ones, but it also might be a bottle bottom. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so I don't know what that is. I don't know if these are supposed to be the bowls. I think that's just the edge of the bowls that we see here, and this is something separate. But I can't think of anything. Maybe it's a bowl with that brown round table sunk into it. That's the only thing I can come up with. Is that I know they use the metal bowl quite a bit for these little trim parts. So yeah, I'm imagining it's probably an upside down, the round wooden table, and that's what's giving you these legs here. And then that's also the bottom part. That's my guess anyway. Okay, so then over here you have cookies, and it's basically the other type of bowl, the one with the green grassy bottom inside. It looks like two of them sandwiched together to kind of give some thickness, and it also helps cover it up like the tassels of the pink pillows and such. And there's just different centers, so you've got probably well, I see pink pillows, I see green pillow, it looks like bottle bottoms, glass bottoms, a variety of things just to give some different types of cookie colors. I think that's even just the bottle, the bottom of the bowl flipped over to give that darker green. but I'm not 100% sure on the apples. When I was asking her about it earlier, I said it was green bell peppers. And I was like, will that go good with chocolate? So yeah. Oh, is the legs 2x4? Okay. I thought maybe it was, it's kind of hard to see because you can't really get close up to it. Apples are wine bottles. I didn't realize they were so bright and green. It might just be the lighting here as well too that really makes them pop nice. But very cute. But see how is two people can do a fondue set and they look absolutely, I mean, they're similar because, you know, it's a fondue set, but it's so different. So many different ideas between the two. And that's what I love about these challenges. Just like all the cakes, we had like what 5 or 6 cakes, and not a one were was exactly like the other. There was just a lot of different approaches, and that's the beauty of the housing system. I think that's what draws me to it. Is it doesn't matter if you build something that someone else is building. How you put it together will be unique to you, and that's what I love about it. That's why I promote it so much and enjoy it myself so much. Is because who cares if everybody else has done a car? You can make one and it'll be your own. Yeah, macaroons. I don't know. You have to have a certain kind of shape, I think, because it's like the hamburger buns. Those are kind of because the domes are okay, but they're so tall. I'd want something a little bit flatter to work for the buns and lighter, of course, because the Exile version is kind of a dark wood. So, but yeah, so that's it, guys. That is our food CBDC for the month of June over and done with. Now you can trash it all if you want, or if you can find a way to incorporate it somehow to a plot of yours, all the more fantastic. I would ask that if you do plan on getting rid of them to make room for something else, leave them up for about a week or so, because as people will be seeing our tweets and videos and stuff, they might want to drop by in person. So give them a chance to do that. After that, you're free to do whatever you want with them. It's not an obligation to keep them out. Um, but yeah, it would be, I think, nice for those that want to kind of drop by in person and see it up close, because really the videos and the screenshots don't do most of these, if any of them, justice. It's really better to see it up front. But I appreciate you guys participating. It's always amazing to see what you guys come up with. Um, uh, while some of the things I think I could have kind of anticipated, like certain things that you use for, there's a lot of things that I would have never thought to use, and that's part of the fun for me, helping you guys build something and inspiring me with your ideas of how you combine certain things. And I'm hoping that as we continue with these little challenges and projects and things, that it will inspire others in their own builds, or even to get them excited about getting into housing themselves. So it's always fun. And I hope that you're willing to continue participating, because without you guys, it would just be me in my little dank basement of a house tinkering around with the stuff on my own. So I'm very happy that you guys have taken uh, to this so well, and are continuing to encourage others to do the same. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Again, thank you all for participating. It's just a pleasure to be able to tour all of these little projects and stuff, and to promote housing in a different way. I will be setting up the announcement for next month. I'll probably be issuing that Monday. I'm going to give myself a bit of a breather between the two. I want to kind of give like like a mini FAQ for those that might have some questions that I can direct them to in the tweets to say, hey, if you're interested in doing this, read here and you'll get all of the information. So it'll be things like, can you resize it to, better suit your character's height or whatever. Um, Things like that. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I'm sure there was some other things that people asked. So uh, I I'll probably decide too, as far as like if we're going to just post the codes and you guys can grab them whenever you want, or if you just have to hook up with me and I mail them to you either by Twitter or some other method, um, or if you want me to install it for you. I'm happy any way we go. I just want to make it convenient for those that are thinking about participating, so it's the least pained experience for them just to be able to get it. Just keep in mind the modular houses are roughly 245 pieces, so wherever you decide you're going to put them, make sure you have that room. Now, if I'm installing it for you, I'm happy to pay for the cost of that. I didn't really check to see how much it might cost. I do know everything's just straight from the vendor, and it's mostly um, floors and curved walls, so I don't know the price of those. So hopefully it's not too expensive for anyone that plans on getting into it. But if you have trouble financing it, just allow me to be your roommate and I'll install it at my cost, no cost to you. That's my pleasure. If it means you'll be building, then I'm all for it. But yeah, I think that's it. And thank you guys for joining, and look forward to future projects. And thanks again, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.